Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Aalia Ghinannafsi Musdhalifa, and here I am to explain about metrics in math economics. And I have some submaterials. There are basic metric operation, and then addition and subtraction, transposition, and the last one is scalar multiplication and matrix multiplication. First of all, matrix is a set of numbers that arrange rows and columns, and the numbers are called an elements or an entries of the matrix. And here's the example of a matrix. And then we jump to the first submaterials. There is basic matrix operation. First, it is addition, and the second is subtraction. Addition and subtraction has the same requirement if we want to operate them. If we want to edit the numbers of matrix or subtracting the same order value, or they should have the same number of rows and columns, so we can operate them. And here's the example of addition and subtraction. And then the third, that is multiplication. So if we want to multiply the numbers of the matrix, the first requirements is the number of the first column of the matrix should has the same number of the second rows matrix. And then we're gonna multiply them, the first columns in the matrix and then the second rows of the matrix. And here's the example question. So in the multiplication, like this one, A B C D multiplied by E F G H. Matrix 1 is A B C D and the second matrix is E F G H. We're gonna multiply them, so it equals to A multiplied by E plus B multiplied by G, and then A multiplied by F plus B multiplied by H, and then C multiplied by E plus D multiplied by G, and C multiplied by F plus D multiplied by H. Like matrix, first matrix is 1, 2, 4, 3 multiplied by 5, 6, 8, 7. So it equals the first matrix with the columns in the second matrix has the same numbers of rows and columns. It is 2 rows and 2 columns, and then we're gonna multiply them, like 1 multiplied by 5 plus 2 multiplied by 8, and then 1 multiplied by 6 and 2 multiplied by 7, and the same thing goes to 3 multiplied with 8, 7, like 4 multiplied by 5 plus 3 multiplied by 8, and 4 multiplied by 6 plus 3 multiplied by 7. Nah, that's the explanation about basic matrix operation. And then we jump into the transposition. What is the transposition? Transposition is a new matrix formed by swapping rows and columns in the original matrix. So rows in matrix A will become columns in matrix A, and then columns in matrix A will become rows in matrix A. Example. And then so if post operation on a matrix produce the initial matrix, then the matrix called a symmetric matrix. Here's the example of symmetric matrix. And the last one, we're gonna talk about multiplication. There are scalar and matrix. Scalar is the way to operate the scalar on a matrix is to multiply all the elements with the scalar. And then if the matrix, the condition for two matrix can be multiplied if it has the same number of column of the first matrix as the number of rows the second matrix. Here's the example question and also the answer. And that's all I can explain to you. Thank you for your attention. I'm sorry for every mistakes I made. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.